Imagine a world without computer programming languages. It's a little like imagining a world without languages at all. We would struggle to communicate, to express our thoughts, to solve our problems. But of course, we don't live in that world. We live in a world where computer programming languages have evolved over time, just like human languages, and they continue to evolve today. So, journey back with me to the year 1946. This is where our story begins, with the assembly language. This language was a low-level programming language that used a strong correspondence between its commands and the architecture's machine code instructions. It was a significant leap from machine-specific instructions, but it was still quite complex to use. Fast forward to 1957, and we have the arrival of Fortran, the first high-level programming language. Fortran, short for Formula Translation, was designed by IBM for scientific and engineering calculations. The 60s saw the birth of COBOL and ALGOL. COBOL, an acronym for Common Business Oriented Language, was developed for business data processing needs, while ALGOL, short for Algorithmic Language, set a precedent for many programming languages that followed. Then came the 70s, the era of C and Pascal. C, a general-purpose programming language, became popular due to its flexibility and power. Pascal, on the other hand, was designed for teaching programming and good software engineering practices. The 80s brought us C++ and Python. C++ was an extension of C with added object-oriented features. Python, with its emphasis on code readability and simplicity, became a favorite among beginners and experts alike. The 90s introduced us to Java and JavaScript. Java, with its write once, run anywhere philosophy, became a popular choice for enterprise-level applications. JavaScript, despite the name, is unrelated to Java and was designed for creating dynamic web content. In the early 21st century, we saw the emergence of languages like C# and Swift. C#, created by Microsoft, is primarily used for Windows applications. Swift, introduced by Apple in 2014, was designed for iOS and macOS applications. So where does the future of programming languages lie? Well, it's quite likely we'll see a continuation of the trend toward languages that are easier to use and understand. Languages like Rust and Julia, which prioritize speed and safety, and Go, and Kotlin, which focus on simplicity and productivity, are gaining popularity. But the future of programming languages isn't just about making things easier for programmers. It's also about making programming accessible to more people. We're seeing a rise in visual programming languages like Scratch and Blockly, which allow children and beginners to create programs by dragging and dropping blocks of code. And with the advent of quantum computing, we might also see the development of new programming languages designed to harness the power of quantum computers. These languages will need to be able to handle the complexities of quantum mechanics, which could make them quite different from the programming languages we're familiar with. So, from assembly to Python, from COBOL to Swift, the evolution of programming languages is a fascinating journey. It's a journey that reflects our growing understanding of how to make machines do what we want them to do. And it's a journey that's far from over. Who knows what the programming languages of the future will look like? But one thing's for sure, they'll continue to shape our world in ways we can only begin to imagine.